What's going on YouTube? We have Colorado's Pro Day. The main people we looking at is one and only Shedeur and Travis Hunter. This is a 44-minute video. God damn. Whoo! Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
Time.
Ooh.
Since that Alamo Bowl
this is going to be your top
Colorado,
5 picks,
Travis
ladies and
Hunter
gentlemen.
running routes for Shedeur for the first time in front of cameras since then. Didn't see either of these guys perform at the Combine or the Big 12 Pro Day, but we will see it today. Rhett Lewis, Bucky Brooks, Daniel Jeremiah, Brian Baldinger, and Steve Weich with us on the field. We'll get to them here shortly as well. Bucky, I'm pretty excited. I mean, look, seeing Shedeur is going to be awesome, but the fact that we're going to see Travis Hunter catch some of these passes from Shedeur.
What do I think of Shiloh? I got to turn this down.
We weren't sure it was going to happen. This is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal because Travis Hunter,
he need to get his ass better.
My brain around
he need to do better.
That's
what I think. He need to do better.
To see him maybe go through the workout twice when we get a chance to see him run routes and do all that other stuff. And then if he elects to do anything on defense, that's fantastic. But it's rare.
Titans head coach and president ain't there. Cam Ward secured the #1 spot. Okay, all right.
You know, my first takeaway, guys, watching this is Travis Hunter and Shedeur look like they both put on good weight since the season ended. I mean, that was a topic of conversation with Shedeur in the spring, weighing under 200 pounds. I mean, he's thick. You can see his lower body buck. He's got a nice firm base. He looks like he's sticking through the chest and the shoulders. And Travis Hunter,
his 40 was good.
Like he's carrying some good extra weight.
We got to see all of this. Also, really Jimmy Horn and the other ones.
At Big 12 Pro Day,
we got to see all of them.
Talked about with Travis is just look. He doesn't have many hobbies outside of playing ball and fishing. This is what he does. And so
Shiloh, he had a good 40.
Really change his body over the 2 to 3 months that he's disappeared. To me, suggests that his work ethic is exactly what we want it to be.
Well, for Travis Hunter, that line's not going to sit in the water very long when we get to Green Bay on Thursday night, April 24th, right here on NFL Network. His name will be called early and often. Not often, once. It'll be called once, but it will be called early. As for Shedeur Sanders, I think that, you know, if it's not one of the first 3 picks, that sort of becomes the question of the draft. Brian Baldinger with us now from Boulder, watching this warm-up here as we get set to see Shedeur's throwing script, which includes Travis Hunter on a number of routes here. Baldy, set the scene for us.
Well, the entire league is here. I just got done talking to Jimmy Haslam of the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski from the Browns. If we believe that maybe Cam Ward is going #1, the draft starts at #2, right? And so here's Cleveland, well represented, watching both Shedeur and Travis Hunter, and equally watching both in their skill sets. And one thing you notice about Shedeur when you meet him, he's bigger and thicker than you think physically. He's put together pretty good. And then Travis Hunter has just an incredible confidence about himself. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. He loves this game. He's attached to this game.
I think Travis should cut that shit off his head. He should cut that off his head, man.
Any ball that's in the air, it's his ball. Like, I don't know if there's a more aggressive guy.
No, the Titans, I think the Titans are the only team that's not here. So I think that means Cam Ward secured that first overall pick.
Coach, it's the same coach that's coaching Cam Ward. They're working off a script here today. We'll know the script, all the routes. We know all the receivers. He is extremely focused right now and intent. And really,
what's up, Heist? What's up, Heist? What's up, Heist?
As we get ready to start this throwing session, but there is a real palpable.
What's up, Jizzles? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How everybody doing? How y'all Friday doing? How y'all Friday doing?
Yeah, no question. We're also going to see Jimmy Horn. We'll see Will Shepard and LeJontay Wester, all receivers for Colorado and for Shedeur Sanders these last couple of seasons. So in addition to Travis Hunter, we'll have a nice quartet of wideouts. And here we go. Shedeur getting things started here. By the way, that from what we understand, that's the first time that Deion Sanders had met Jimmy Haslam, and we're seeing them kind of.
How do you react to Big X? Nah, Heist, this is literally the first reaction of today.
This kind of.
This is literally the first reaction of today.
And you know,
first reaction.
Up the point that
we just started stream.
QB trainer also working.
First reaction, Colorado Pro Day. We're going to get to every other thing after this.
One area, Bucky,
I wouldn't take him no more. I thought Cam was going to play another season, to be honest. Nah, he did his Miami Pro Day. He did good. Titans were there. They had a conversation with him. But Titans are not here for Shedeur.
Towards Cam is just because I think
Titans didn't show up to the Colorado. So more than likely, Cam Ward got that secured spot.
I just think he's just a more talented thrower of the football. Now, being a great thrower doesn't make you a great quarterback.
Mac already reacted to the Timberwolves and Nuggets basketball game. Unfortunately, the video got took down off YouTube. It seems like NBA is the only sports channel that's taking down my videos. They let some pass, but they let majority of others get taken down. I literally, you could probably find it in the VOD on my Twitch. Like the day after the game, check what day I reacted to that, and then you could probably watch it in my VOD on Twitch. But on YouTube, they blocked it. Right as soon as I posted it, they blocked it. So yeah, that's why I only showed a little clip on TikTok of Westbrook missing the layup. My reaction to Westbrook missing the layup. That's the only clip I put on TikTok. Cause but yeah,
players with tremendous talent at the position.
How many defensive players do you think going top 10?
Being able to play on script, which is why I have him over Cam Ward.
3.
Yeah, I mean, look, when he's
Abdul Carter, Will Johnson, and Mason Graham
at times, and throughout these last couple of years at Colorado.
4 if you count Travis.
Has to get out there and throw on the run and can get around the edge there. And
but I think those the top,
especially moving out to his right. But
I think they're going top 10.
He's been sacked more than any quarterback.
Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Will Johnson, and Travis.
DJ, in your opinion, kind of affected what we see from him on tape and the way he plays the game?
Chilling Brother saying was good from Barcelona. W Barcelona. What the hell? You from Barcelona in here?
Bringing 4, and you've got 5, sometimes 6 blockers, and they get untouched, clean run-throughs at him, where you don't really have much option. There's not much you can do there. So that's a challenge when you're evaluating him. You see a lot.
Jalen Walker too.
Early, you'll see tunnel screens, hitches, just getting the ball.
Jalen Walker. There's a lot of good defensive players.
So those
I
things,
totally forgot about Jalen Walker. How can I forget about one of my own?
He takes sacks instead of some throwaways at times, which you'd like to see him maybe throw the ball away and dirt it and save some field position. But he is very, very accurate. Today on this workout, Buck, I'm
Barcelona whack.
I want to see
Why is it whack?
His feet. He has a tendency to drift a little bit at times and can float a little bit in the pocket. Let's be real firm and real crisp in our setup. And then these touch throws, these over-the-top throws.
I think this draft is overall good. So I think this draft is just overall good no matter what. I think it's good no matter what. There's so many good players at all positions. So I don't think you miss in this. I think it's just whoever's picking a player in the top 10, please don't mess it up for the rest of the teams, because cough, cough, Falcons last year done messed it up. They done.
Can he trust and trust his wide receivers?
Did this man just go up to his receivers and caress their hair? Did I just see that? I know I didn't just see that. Let me rewind that back. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying.
In a clean pocket. Some of the things that Shedeur Sanders will have to do to succeed at a high level, at the next level, will be, can he display the discipline and the patience that you need to as a pocket passer?
Man, if you don't unhand me, hell he got going on, man.
Can he trust the protection and trust his wide receivers to hang in there and deliver the ball on time?
Yeah, you can certainly see those. Looks like they're kind of getting ready for the actual scripted portion of this workout right now, huddling up. You know, I also like the college football enthusiast and the sentimentalist in me is like, I love this opportunity to kind of throw with your guys one more time, right?
That must be like a thing they do. Man, don't touch me like that, man.
Last time all 5 of
but
them
that must be a thing they do.
Of, Shedeur and the 4 receivers.
Travis, Jimmy Horn, Will Shepherd, and LaJohntay Wester, wide receivers in drills.
I mean, like, the mile-high mystique has captivated college football here these last 2 years, and now we're going to see that.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. I think it's just very, very good and balanced. There's so many good players at all positions. So I don't think you missing this draft. It's just the top 10 teams. Like, the Falcons messed up the draft for everybody else last year. So it just, don't mess up. Pick who you need to pick and let's go on. Don't bull job and try to mess up and pick somebody else because you got beef with your conference and you don't want your conference to pick, So that's all, man. But either way, I think everybody's going to get an overall good player throughout all positions.
Level to the NFL level, depending on where you played your college ball. Most guys are playing in more
it's
of
just
a smaller
on
college
don't mess
town.
up.
There's not as much attention.
Or bull
on
job
that.
picking your
you
picks
go into a big
in
market,
the top
it can
10.
be a little bit of a jolt. Look at the number of cameras around him, and that's been like that for him since he was in high school. He's always had the attention. He's always had the focus and the eyes on him, which comes with a lot of pressure. That's going to be old hat for him.
Well, and in the words of Deion Sanders, like, I don't feel pressure, I apply pressure, right? And it's certainly ready for.
Boy, I bet you Shedeur trainer, this dude with the red hat, his trainer, like this is Cam Ward and his trainer. I bet you this dude be low-key getting a lot of DMs and texts from coaches and stuff, maybe to be like a little coach for like a position coach. Ooh, I know he getting calls. I just know he getting phone calls out the ass. Bags after bags, probably looking at.
Or the red light moment. You see that in his tape. Like, in some of those big time moments, he has played big time
You
football.
think Travis would do good playing both sides of the ball in the league? Yeah. I think he'll do good. Of course, I think he'll do good. He showed us that he could do good. It's just about fitting him in and just making sure they don't overdo it, because like the NFL is a different game and there's too many good players on both sides of the football, so it's like, how are you going to manage that if you're willing to let him play both sides of the ball? Like I always say, you got to do a package deal. You just can't play him every snap like he did in college, both sides of the ball. Because if he on wide receiver, he over here getting guarded by Patrick Surtain, and then he got to come back on offense. He got to come back on defense and then guard they top. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just managing the man. Don't overdo him. Like if a team does that and he ain't gonna last in the NFL for more than 5 years. Cause he's gonna get torn down, he's gonna get weared out. So if he does do it, I feel like a team gotta use a package deal for him. Like let him come in on like third and maybe fourth downs, on like crucial downs and stuff like that, or like sometimes on a second. Don't put him in every damn play. And he could just primarily play defense, and then just he could primarily play defense, and then on offense just use him as a package. That's how I think they should use Travis. But I'm just a motherfucker talking behind the screen. I don't know nothing.
Love that part of it.
He is a pure motion too. Like it is a very
yeah, man. TikTok banned me, man. I've been live on Twitch, but TikTok banned me, man.
And kind of ease their way.
I've been live on Twitch for the past couple of days, but TikTok be bull jobbing. They be banning me
full cadence
all the time, man. Getting them warmed up, little check down. Little comebacks and stuff. Itches.
Like just comparing the two, Cam Ward and him. His ball is a little looser.
Yeah.
Than Cam Ward. When Cam Ward's ball came out at the Miami Pro Day, it was tight, spinning. Velocity's a little different. This has a little wobble, a little tail to it.
And we're gonna work our way up. What was the
they
number?
banned me because
60-something.
they banned me because I was watching the AMP war on stream. They were popping fireworks and stuff. I was watching it on stream. I was watching like the little YouTube videos they put out. I was watching it on stream, and then TikTok banned me. They said use of like weapons and stuff.
You feel like the moment is never too big, and these are those types of moments that you can certainly thrive in.
I ain't do nothing, man. What's up, Vontae? How y'all doing, man? What's up, Bali? What's up, Fresh? What's up, Zay? How y'all doing, man? Sure, I just don't think he should play every. But he said, "Hey, If he say that's what he want to do, hey, better catch that.
Look at a pro day setting.
Ooh, I ain't saying. You know, if Travis want to do that, you know, you can't tell nobody, you know, who has the will and in their head like, oh, I could do it. You don't supposed to say, nah, you can't do it. I think he can do it. I just think they gotta adjust to it because it's the NFL. It's a different ball game. But if he say he want to do it and a team let him do it, I guess let him do it. And let's just see the results, you know. But hey, man, like I said, what I know, I'm just a motherfucker behind the screen talking.
That's some of the buzz that has been going on.
Expressing my thoughts, man. Expressing my thoughts.
707 route.
Yeah.
I've seen that on YouTube before.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with this with Travis Hunter. I mean, his ball skills, whether he's playing offense or defense, just incredible.
Which, by the way, it does feel like he wants to play offense.
You know, they just warming up right now. They warming up right now. Ain't nothing too serious. They just warming up right now.
I don't know if he's doing EV drills.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Hey, Austin, come on, man. Come on, man. None of that fruity stuff, man. Come on now. Act civil, man.
Let's look at these.
Come on, man. Represent your parents. Represent your parents. Talk about you double tap the screen with your tip. Come on now. Represent your parents, man. Especially online. Come on now.
He is going to make his
represent your parents, man.
I think that is really kind of played out, particularly today that he elected to run routes as opposed to doing anything else.
Is Travis Hunter's got no gloves on too, by the way?
No, I didn't.
I peeped that too. Okay, so I ain't gonna cap. I was at the gym. Yes, I was at the gym earlier today. Before they did the pro day. And they had Travis up on the screen, like practicing, like early in the morning. They were showing him up on the TV. He wasn't wearing gloves. And, you know, I'm on the treadmill and I'm watching it. I'm like, he ain't got no gloves on. Okay. All right, type shit. All right, maybe he's just doing this for practice or whatever. You know, trying to. But now I see in the pro day, in the video, he still don't got the gloves on. Hey, bad motherfucker, man. Bad motherfucker. That might get you a boost in attributes, you know, type shit.
Like I gotta feel the ball.
Yeah, showing he got real hands, man.
Feel the stick.
Like to me, I know at a lot of these pro days you'll see where they're going to show off a lot of the movement and let's get rolling right, rolling left, squaring your shoulders. I've seen Shedeur do a lot of those things. Again, this is a smart way to approach it.
I heard that's his first position he's going to play, Zay, is DB. He's going into the NFL playing DB.
And so it's no need for him to go out there and act all crazy and get willy-nilly outside the pocket.
No gloves.
The strength of his game is playing inside the pocket. He needs to show people and impress people in that regard.
Ball just a little bit down.
Look at Hunter here.
My fingertip. I don't know where y'all brains went. Hey man, you made us think like that. You could express yourself. You know what you did.
Doesn't drop the football.
You could also you could express yourself how you meant that sentence, but you made us think away based off of how you said it. So you know what you did. Come on now.
And for a guy who's splitting his time, right? Spending
don't
time,
do that. Don't put it on us now.
In the defensive meeting rooms, and then to come out and kind of looking at
his brother too, in OT7.
Part of the craft, I think, is something that's kind of interesting to follow.
We're gonna watch the OT7. They actually uploaded like god dang. They always upload like 3 days later.
That would be the thing to consider when we're talking
Juju, who's the coach in the select gear running the session? He did Cam's also. That's Shedeur and Cam Ward's personal trainer. That's why I said earlier.
Make impact plays.
The ball is a little bit loose. It's got a little tail to it today.
That's why I said earlier, I said it's a lot of coaches that's picking that up, that trainer, and probably in his DMs or talking to him low key about a position coach. I bet you that. He probably got a lot of phone calls. His day trainer, that dude in the red hat, he probably done got some calls, boy. He probably done got some calls. About a position, like a position coach. I would,
Never.
It's not quite to this.
It's never been done. And that, look, I
Hey,
feel
appreciate
like
that, AB. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad y'all enjoying the videos, man. You know, just staying consistent, posting videos, you know.
Yeah, it's coming out.
We're going to have to put him in the wide receiver thing. I wrote him as a DB, but DJ, it might be the first time ever that
What's up, Sniper? How you doing, man? How you doing? You doing good? I hope you're doing good, man.
Wide receiver and DB in our old gigs.
Oh, we're going downfield now.
He's very accurate on these go balls. You'll see slot fades.
Gotta catch
when
that.
You watch him. He draws a
Gotta
lot
catch that.
Of rain with the ball. It's kind of
Gotta
the Russell
catch that.
Wilson deep ball. Like he gets it
ball.
up.
So I have something for you. So Prime told me there'd only been 2 guys.
Valdez, thank you so much for the dragon crown. What the hell? Yo, what is that?
Carl Pickens.
Come on, y'all gotta catch the ball, man. Y'all gotta catch the
The guy that
ball.
we see today.
Come on, y'all gotta catch the ball.
Himself, the originator.
Y'all gotta catch the ball.
Nice.
Gotta catch the ball. Hey, Valdez, thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate that gifted. Thank you.
So when
Carl
you talk about
Pickens.
Yeah, I gotta catch the ball.
You have to remember Jeff Blake.
That's Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn just dropped that.
To put the ball up there like
Come
that.
on, Horn, you better than that, man. You gotta catch that.
Shedeur Sanders game.
Better than that. You gotta catch
Let's
that.
take a second here and just realize Colorado, for probably, I don't know, the 12th time since Deion's got there, is at the center of the football universe right now.
Oh, yeah.
This program was
There you go, Wester.
irrelevant. You couldn't be any more irrelevant than this program was. And all eyes are on
Talk about
over.
Will
That's what
Shepherd.
I'm saying.
Oh,
Like, it
the
is
light-skinned dude.
Transformative success. I mean, it is bottom of the barrel to bowl game, and now beyond. Let's see where it goes from here.
Even when they
Uh-oh,
won,
here goes
even
Travis.
early on when they won some early.
I
and
thought
then
Travis was
lose
about to
it
go
that first year.
downfield.
You can't take your eyes off him.
No.
It's fun to watch. It's an excitement and enthusiasm that's surrounding the program. So it's been a miraculous turnaround there.
Brian Baldinger with us, watching this workout down on the field at the Colorado Indoor Facility. Baldy, it was a nice deep ball down there that didn't quite end up in the hands of the receiver, but still on the money.
It was the best ball he's thrown all day. It was the tightest spiral. Will Leonard reached out for it just a little long. It's the only incompletion so far. One thing that Shedeur has said
Nah,
to his coach,
it was
Jay
another
O'Leary,
incompletion.
from
Jimmy
Select
Horn.
Sports is he wants tempo. He
Hey,
wants
Emma,
tempo. He
hey,
wants to get
Emma.
into a rhythm. And so here he is just moving to his left. You're right, the ball does get away from him a little bit. It does wobble. He's got a little bit of that to his ball. But here's Travis Hunter right here as coming from the tight
Oh, here we
slot
go
right
down
here.
the field again.
Yeah, we're
Oh
just
no!
showing
Oh,
that
they
deep
just
ball.
re-showed it. I thought they showed it.
Yep.
I thought he went
Yeah.
for it again.
There's Travis.
That was the best ball he threw. That was the tightest spiral right there. He's been working a little bit under center, some under center, some 6-step drop. Here he is under center right now. They've got a running back here in place just for play action right here, so you'll see a little bit of that right now.
What I missed,
Little
they
fake
got
right
a
there.
last appointment,
Step
then the
and throw.
neighbor's cows were in my backyard.
Right there. There you go.
Baldy,
This
what's
is the first
difference having
video.
been on the field with Cam
It's
of
Colorado
just
Pro Day.
life
You
on
didn't
the
really miss
football?
nothing, Emma. Probably
Yeah,
you only
there's
missed that I
a
was on
difference,
TikTok Live
DJ.
earlier
It's,
before stream.
It's not quite as tight
That's
as
it.
Cam's, and it doesn't come out quite as hot.
You know,
I
TikTok
would
Live
say,
is always,
and, I thought Cam was just pinpoint outside of a couple throws that got away from
But
him during that.
this
So
is
there's
the
a little
first
bit of
video,
difference.
Colorado
But I
Pro
would
Day,
say
so we
that
just
the
watching
command
Shedeur and
that
Travis
Shedeur
Hunter,
has out here is just
Jimmy
the same as
Horn,
Cam's.
Will
He's running
Shepherd,
the show right now. He's basically telling
Western.
his coach what he wants, how he wants it, and I'm telling you, you can almost hear a pin drop in here. I mean, everybody's eyes.
Tomorrow
are on
we'll
basically
start the
Shedeur and Travis every
Mafia
time he's up.
Marathon.
I mean, it's a different
Today is
feel
kind of like a little
watching this
shorter
here right now. I
day,
mean, even the
but
clapping
it's still
after
kind of
the
like
completions
decent, probably
feels a
like
little
the
bit different than
usual
it did
6
Miami,
hours.
10
But
days
tomorrow
ago.
we'll start a Mafia Marathon,
Brian
playing
down there at
Mafia
the,
1,
12
Mafia
yard
2, and
line,
Mafia
center
3.
Field, just watching this thing unfold.
By the way,
The end zone view.
Running back, he
The
has
Colorado
never handed
coaching
the
staff
ball
is
on
all
stat
represented at
padding.
this pro day. It's got to be the most Hall of Famers ever at a pro day.
Ever. Warren
Yeah.
Sapp, Marshall Faulk. I mean, Deion Sanders. It goes as a pretty high-powered coaching staff. That's
Here we
for
go.
sure.
Here's
Oh, here we go, a deep ball.
Talent
Here we
over
go.
Route here.
Yeah, good catch.
Got that one on the money.
The guys, the 2 deep balls he's thrown now are the 2 best balls that have come out
Dang,
of his hands.
Sanders set
Like, I
the
think
touchdown
deeper it
school
goes, the tighter
record,
it
64
gets
career
in his
pass
release right now.
touchdown at Colorado. Oh my God.
You think there are some similarities? Look, they're different players, totally different type of athletes. But
Hey, oh yeah, I got a question. Is there a link where I can make my own mock draft before the draft? Can I make my own mock draft? Is there a link where I could create one? What is your top 5 picks? If if I could get a link, can I create my own mock draft? Can somebody find me a link and send it to me so I could create that on stream? Hey Juju, what pick you think Travis going? I hear a whole lot about Ado Carter going to the Browns. No, not to the Browns, but like ahead of Travis. So, but I don't think that's the case. That's it. Okay, say less. Thank you, Vontae. I appreciate that. Yeah. Keep that right here. Please remind me after this video.
In the way that Caleb Williams felt a lot of times that he had to get out there and extend and try to make up for some deficiencies.
I'll just keep that up there until you
think that, Bucky, that's maybe part of what we see
sometimes. Let me delete that.
With Shedeur, when he's maybe exiting the pocket when he doesn't
my top
necessarily
5 picks, Cam.
It does happen so often.
Not in order.
I think
Cam,
but I also believe he's a big game chaser. I mean, a big play hunter. He is looking for
Cam, Shedeur,
sometimes a quarterback.
Travis,
take down,
Mason Graham,
naturally happens.
And I guess Ado Carter.
Yeah, greedy.
But I honestly think Ashton Genty should be in the top 5.
Instead of taking the check down,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Right up underneath.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Easy money.
Or that tackle from LSU. I forgot his name.
That can be tough to discard from your game, right?
Well, in Caleb's case, Caleb had always been fast enough and athletic enough to get away from everybody. Yeah. I think Shedeur, in some ways, starting at Jackson State, maybe
the women's Final Four tonight. Say less. Thank you.
During his time at Colorado, can't do that. As I go.
The women's Final Four tonight. Thank you.
Caleb's got more.
What time do they start?
All that stuff's on a different level. So.
But just in terms of like situational, right, in the way that he was dealing with things that were happening in front of him. And, the other thing that Shedeur Sanders might be top of class in, we talk toughness. Again,
no, he shouldn't. You tripping?
We can have debates.
Damn.
We can have debates and compare
I'm actually tripping.
And you can talk about maybe this.
I mean, we ain't never seen a running back.
There's no debate on this.
I'm gonna beat the record,
Shots in the pocket.
Yep, and took a shot down the field right there. That was, again, right on the money. The deep balls.
What pick you think Travis going? Probably 3.
And again, you talk about making plays in games where your team needs you to be.
Texas and South Carolina playing now. Say less. Thank you.
Play the guys around you again.
Who plays later tonight?
That Baylor game, scrambling out to his left.
Who plays later tonight?
Ends up getting completed. They go ahead and win that game against Baylor in overtime. You talk about the 17-play, 80-yard, 8-minute drive against North Dakota State in the opener. That really could have changed the tenor of the season if you come up on the wrong side of that one. That throw
UConn and UCLA. Oh yeah.
Incredible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think he's at his best playing on time and being a point.
Yes.
Like you talk about some of the stuff where he's trying to create and scramble. That's not him. That's not what he does well. I don't think he's going to be able to do that at the next level.
Right.
I think he's going to be at his best. Back foot, ball gone. See it, click quickly, get it out. He's very accurate on those. And you'll see, when we talk about tight window throws, a lot of times we're referencing, can you drive the ball, and you've got closing defenders, can you squeeze the ball in a tight window? He completes a lot of tight window deep balls, like over the shoulder in very tight coverage, where it's got to be a perfect teardrop there.
Bro,
those are his best throws.
Bally, bro, he did that. He did that against Oregon.
It sounds like, how can it be a guy that is a touch timing and anticipation?
I know he ain't that like a crazy school that plays hard team, but he was doing it against like good teams.
So often we see
he put up like 200-some yards on Oregon.
Wait for the receiver to uncover
their first meeting.
To me, Shedeur has a natural feel for the timing of the passing game, and that could help him maybe play better.
They go like 190-something or like 200-something.
He's different.
I reacted to the game.
I don't see a bead of sweat on his body as he's going through this.
Is he breathing hard?
Goodness gracious.
No.
Steady. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. And the goat. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's unbelievable. He's got the body fat of a hummingbird, right? So like you don't have to worry about that.
His feet move as fast as a hummingbird's wings too.
Yes, he is so smooth.
There's Shedeur. Again, nice out route there.
Appreciate that, Steady. Thank you. I appreciate the gifts. Thank you so much, man.
You know, if you're looking back at
thank you.
Colorado, and you really sat there and watched Shedeur Sanders, so much of the way that he got rid of the football was, again, on the move, getting out of there, trying to get away from pressure. This workout has been more of what
you're right.
Really
you're right,
Bally.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Well, it's really there's two kinds of.
You're right. Come on, man. Go downfield more.
Somewhat predetermined before the snap, the ball's out quick.
Yeah.
And then it's okay.
Do they show the 40-yard dashes in this or no?
Move around and try and create a little bit.
Yeah, and if we're looking at this, you know, obviously Pat Shurmur, offensive coordinator there, but they certainly run some college-type concepts, right, where there's a lot of space to work.
I got to look at it separate.
Where this skill set kind of translates and the type of teams,
how you think the boys looking? They looking good.
Quarterback
they
like
looking
Shedeur
good.
Sanders. Is there anything that immediately comes to mind to you on that one, Buck?
So the connection
looking
with Cleveland
good.
was always interesting to me, just because of the Pat Shurmur, Kevin Stefanski
I think
Kevin Stefanski being the quarterback coach in Minnesota when Pat Shurmur.
No matter what, I think they all gonna be good. You know, this is a very good draft. It's a very good draft. A lot of good players. I think everybody's gonna be good. You know, I don't think there's anybody that's gonna be like, you know, upsetting. You know, but yeah. I think Cam most definitely might be going first, because the Tennessee Titans coach and GM, I think, they're not in the building for Colorado Day. They're not here for Colorado Day. And what, Tennessee need a quarterback or a wide receiver and a DB. And since they're not here, that's kind of like obviously, all right, they're picking Cam.
Las Vegas and teams in New Orleans picking 6 and 9, and you could say, okay, I could see that being a nice fit for him.
Technically, the Browns are likely
eventually.
To have
What's up,
Dior? Eventually, that's right.
But I think that's important. And also, let's talk about the quarterbacks. Yeah, the quarterbacks that play in the AFC North tend to have stronger arms because you got to deal with the conditions. We can talk about like Brian Callahan.
What we doing today, reactions and a little bit of gaming.
Ball is firmer, has more zip and velocity.
He's a little bit bigger. He's a little better athlete.
Yes.
Bro, I'm not in Tampa, bro. I'm not going to Tampa for the Final Four.
Is there something you can tell him?
I don't got no money.
That he sees the game,
you know, I get asked a lot about processing with quarterbacks in college, and I got.
Did you guys find me a link yet so I can make my own mock draft? I need to make my own mock draft.
But in terms of projecting, you know, where it could be, I mean, like we saw with Burrow, right?
Yeah.
That you knew that was going to be
Burrow. You know why? Because they went empty, and you could see.
Bro, Dior, get out of here with that, man.
Like that was his. That was unique.
Oh, that's a crucial drop.
Should have been caught.
Ooh, hey, these past couple of months with Wester, he's kind of been having some questionable drops and stuff. Not even gonna lie, his draft stock might go down a little bit. What I'm dead at, bro. Dior, that other night, bro, me and Amari was on Smash Bros. Mario. And you was talking about, I'm going to play after this. Me and, man, yeah, you bull jiving, man. I ain't, man, Dior, you bull jiving. Downfield.
You don't see as much of it.
Good catch.
Is that Jimmy Horn?
I think that's Horn. You know, it's funny. So going back to the point that we talking about with Sean McVay, that offense and that type of offense where
good throw and catch.
His style of play works well when you.
Man, Dior, I'm busy today.
You have a great play design.
I'm busy today.
He can see it. I don't know if you're not going to get a lot of
good throw
off-script plays. It's going to be really important that the team that he lands with, man, the offensive coordinator has to be a wizard when it comes to drawing up the X's and O's.
You think that's it? I'm gonna just pin it.
Tickled the rafters.
Yeah, he does. He puts a lot of air.
Thank you. W catch and throw.
Well, I was just going back to the offensive philosophy that you guys were talking about and talking to Pat Shurmur. He basically installed Chip Kelly's offense when he came out of Oregon and the things he did in Philadelphia when he first came. And
you'll see, Dior. You'll see, man.
Outside receivers. It was all geared.
I'm busy doing other stuff, man.
A lot of the protection.
Dior, you should. Dior, you should have played when you.
Action passes.
You know,
it was. You know, teams were blitz zeroing him, where they were sending free
same
hitters
link
at him.
I
He just had
said.
to get the ball out of his hands. And to your point, DJ, there wasn't time to process in this offense. It was point and shoot. But the one thing that I have seen here today, and what showed up in the 2 years here at Colorado, guys, is his deep ball accuracy is as good as anybody's. It's his best throw that he's made all day is the deep shots. The ball comes out tight. He's got a good arc on the ball, and he never misses. If he does miss, he's not missing by more than a foot or two. I think the deeper the ball, the better the ball right now.
Baldy, how does the deep ball, because I mentioned Russell Wilson, that was the first one that came to me. Just from a deep ball perspective, what's your comparison? Seeing it live, I know you've seen Russ in person a bunch.
Very similar, very similar. That was what Russell's game was when he first came in, and how tight it was, and the arc that he had on it, and just the location of the ball. It showed up throughout.
They were saying that Shedeur arm is weak. That's what they were saying.
He was throwing it to Will Leonard or Travis Hunter right now, or to Jimmy Horn, whoever it is. The ball is right on the money, and it has just this beautiful arc to it. You talked about
South Carolina
earlier,
Vontae.
And that's exactly what it does. I mean, it's just a really, really pretty ball. And
Dio, you had all the time to play, bro, including that other night.
Get the ball out of his hands before the break.
Yeah, all the time to play.
But the
that was yesterday, man.
That looks like a real NFL
No, that wasn't
throw.
yesterday. That was
Yeah, no question. That's been a strength of this workout.
That was 2 days
great
ago.
Placement there from Shedeur. Looks like that indoor might not be a full 100.
No,
there's a track at the back, but that would have been in the end zone.
The pylon,
right,
and those things right around the oval.
Do you think you have one fan of every NFL
also,
team in your community?
An example of why you do it.
Wait, hold up. Do you think you have one fan of every NFL team in your community? You could host a draft night during whichever fan will pick for their team, and therefore have a fan mock draft. That'll be too much, Ice. That'll be too much. Like, who in here likes the Cardinals? Let's just start there. Yeah, who in here likes the Cardinals? Oh man, who in here likes the Cardinals? It's GG's, man. I've never met an Arizona Cardinals fan. Never. I've never met an Arizona Cardinals fan.
You're not exposed to all the teams. You're not exposed to all the cameras. It's a one-on-one deal.
Yeah, it's a W idea, Heist. It's a W idea, but I think like when I get like more bigger with like more people watching in the stream, then I think it'll be better, to do. But like right now, I just don't think we just assembled that quick. But like when we get to that like status, then it'll probably be quick to assemble like that, because there's gonna be more people here, more than likely somebody here that's gonna like a certain team,
Well, I think that's kind of like a dangerous thing sometimes. And
sure.
I go all the way back to Teddy Bridgewater. And I feel like sometimes Pro Day is like we should be going to.
That's it, Zay. That's the mock draft.
We're just trying to hit it down the fairway. Nothing crazy. Don't want to stretch ourselves too much.
You haven't seen me at the driving range.
Spraying
coming out of my shoes at the driving range.
Yo.
That's the throw. I want that.
Post that link again. Post that link again.
That's an example of what I want to see more of.
Post the link again.
No
Post
question.
the link again.
I felt like I just saw one of those.
I accidentally deleted
this
it
morning in that K-State game. Hit Amari Miller, a perfect strike right there on a deep dig.
And I feel like you talked about the deep ball. I feel like he is at his best on in-breaking throws.
Yeah.
Things
all right,
inside the numbers
Vontae.
coming across in the middle of the field. His timing, his anticipation of the windows, all of that really shines.
I've never met a Giants fan. Nah, my friend is a Giants fan.
To me, the holes in the resume would be literally.
And it's a girl I know that's a Giants fan.
Drive those whole shots.
I've met Giants fans.
Deep comebacks or deep outs.
Well, and look, and that was a question. If you were watching that BYU game I was talking about in the Alamo Bowl, he's got one, where it just kind of floats a little bit. Where if it drives, right.
But Juju, you gonna miss me, bro?
The safety comes over, makes a big hit.
That's the Cam Ward. Yeah. That's where Cam Ward gets the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dior, I'm gonna miss you.
By the way, it would be the greatest moment in Pro Day history, although I think Johnny Manziel with a former president in full pads is probably always going to live in infamy. But the greatest moment would be if if Travis Hunter gets up to the front of the line and then just spins around and covers Jimmy Horn.
I mean, that would be incredible.
See, Dior, why you think I'm lying? You see? Remember what I said, Dior?
We're still talking about that.
You're already assuming.
Manziel was an all-timer.
I thought you were going to say the greatest moment would be Travis Hunter gets in line, then all of a sudden Coach Prime comes out the cover.
Oh, shoot. Like, yeah, that would be something.
No, Prime, we can't get out there.
No, that'd be no T-step. We know that. No T-step. No T-step. Look at Travis. Feeling it today.
There's a fine line between creativity as a route runner and like maybe going a little bit overboard. Like, I got to get the ball out, man. Like, that looks awesome, but let's go ahead and get where you're going. Other thing that's interesting about this Pro Day, guys, is we're talking about who's represented there, what teams are there.
Yeah.
And we're talking about teams in Cleveland and the Giants picking 2 and 3, but we don't know who they're focused on during the portion of this workout.
That's true. Is it Travis or is it Shedeur?
That's the thing.
How y'all feel about Shiloh? Shiloh need to lock in.
Shiloh is a part of this defensive back draft class as well. I thought these other, LaJohntay Wester and Jimmy Horn have all done a real nice job as well. You saw Will Shepard at the East-West game as well.
Yeah, had a really solid week of practice. Big body playmaker, guy that can go up and take it off the rim. You can just see how he expands the strike zone. And we always talk about building a basketball team. You can see the different.
I'm only going to be gone for 6 days.
Colorado had.
I wish it was longer.
Shedeur Sanders' disposal, which helped them have a lot of success throwing the ball all over the yard.
Here's a look at the pass catchers here working for
But I said that too. Travis need to cut them dreads off, man.
Closer to the red zone here, just outside the 20. He's been painting it here pretty good.
Shiloh would be solid if he ain't always want a hit stick.
From this area of the field. This is where we saw Cam Ward spend a ton of time at his pro day. Maybe
Dior, I don't know what you're talking about, Dior. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wonder if there's any. I wonder if we have an orchestrated play at the end, like Cam did. That was pretty
wild
special.
play to finish that one. The other thing that's interesting about this is you got to decide if you are those teams picking up there in the top 10. There's 2 questions. One is, do we love him?
Right.
So we love him. We're going to take him with our top 10 pick. The other question is, well, do you really like him? Because if you really like him, now you become in that conversation of if he starts to drift, would we come back in?
I can't even go to sleep.
So maybe
I'm
we don't take
rolling on the
him
bean.
with our
They
first
tried to
shot
give
at
me,
it.
hey,
but
got
we
on my
really
knee like
him,
Jesus,
and we'll be
please. You
considering
don't even
him
believe
on
in
the
Jesus.
backside of that.
Why you got a Jesus
Giants
piece?
could be in that discussion as
Yeah,
well.
there's a certain value that you have.
Dazzle.
That you have for him where you would take him.
You literally just said, I wish it was longer.
Put yourself in a
I don't know why you
position
put
to-
that little tongue out emoji.
Nothing wrong with having a little fun there. A little behind the back.
I don't know what's going through your
If you
mind,
want to pull that one
Dior.
out in an NFL game, but we've seen it before.
You know what's going through your mind, Dior. I'ma just switch my throw up. Switch no throw up.
Shedeur.
Ain't even right there. Check
Kind
out.
of moving off the spot, and then with an accurate ball over the middle.
You want you got. I need. Want me to take my time with you? I'm not your speed. You ain't lead. You ain't got no. Man, I'm
Just love
just
that we're
too
getting to
G.
see,
I'm
Travis
just
Hunter.
too
Not that we
street.
really need
I can't even roll and pee. I don't
He's
know
gonna
what
go way
me.
up at the top,
I can't even go
one
to
way or another.
sleep. I'm rolling.
Is there any way he gets out of the top 3
They trying to
picks,
give me
guys? Travis
a
Hunter?
like Jesus, please. You don't even
Well,
believe in
depends on
Jesus.
his teammate.
Why you got a
That's
Jesus
right. That's kind of an
piece?
interesting juxtaposition here, right?
I think it's hard.
If Shedeur goes, let's say 2 or 3, Abdul Carter, one of the other picks, then does New England race up to the podium and get Travis Hunter at 4?
You know what's funny is I was thinking of, okay, you take somebody else and then you come
Y'all
back
think
and-
the Raiders gonna trade up?
A great example of that, the Baltimore Ravens took Hayden Hurst.
Oh yeah.
Think about that. People forget about that.
Y'all think the
Hayden
Raiders
Hurst
gonna trade up to that
was their
second
first round pick at
to get
25,
Shedeur?
26. Then they come back up to 32 to take Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
So it has been done. By the way, when Lamar Jackson got picked, who interviewed him?
K-Dot, thank you so much for that raid, my boy. I appreciate that raid, man. I hope you had a wonderful
we
stream.
heard him say
Thank you
he
so
is
much for the
Super Bowl
raid.
MVP.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Aiming for that accomplishment.
Cut the
W raid.
Yeah.
That's when you know you got the power in the building, when you can just wave your hand and the music cuts.
Well, there's nothing that hand doesn't control there in Boulder, that's for sure. All right, looks like they're gonna work like a 2-minute drill type of scenario here. Again, another area, Buck, where if you turn on the tape, like you see him excel in those type of scenarios.
Yeah, this pro day has been, or showcase, has been all about showing
where they going now.
Shedeur does really, really well. So much of the narrative around his
game. Oh, dang, it's almost over. Golly.
We see how people process and manage the game in those 2-minute situations.
That's it?
This will give evaluators.
Damn, we kind of like talked our way through this whole thing. That was fast.
He's got some sweet cleats on too, by the way.
Wow,
Shocker.
Yeah, those are.
Man.
Yeah,
look good. Feel good. Feel good.
And we ain't even paused the video
Play
that
good.
much. I'm still at like 44 recording. That's where this video stops at. And it's at 40 minutes right now, 41.
It's like we're going to see a little kind of situational football here in a showcase scenario.
Yeah. Well, Rhett, you mentioned
All
some
right.
of the comebacks. That comeback against Baylor, that last throw with 2 seconds to go to Travis. I just talked to Travis about not wearing gloves. You know why he's not wearing gloves today? He said he wants everybody to hear the ball. Like his hands. So he didn't want that, like for whatever reason.
Okay.
He wants everyone to hear the ball.
Well,
He said he wears gloves during games, but yes. But anyways, we're just imitating a 2-minute drill right here. Just go up tempo. It's a Big 12 offense, and so they want to put that on display really every phase of the game right here. So you'll see Shedeur probably calling the plays right at the line of scrimmage. He just got his guys, all his receivers huddled up right now, and they're going to break this huddle and take this ball down and score, just like you would on any given Friday walkthrough. Like, let's finish it with a 2-minute drill, a touchdown, and the ball not hitting the ground. I'm sure that's part of what they talk about with their forward wide receiver look right here.
Baldy, you're going to have to go back to your source on that, because I was told it was the reason he doesn't wear gloves. He was a big Mark Grace fan. Apparently, is that not accurate?
Well, DJ, it just came right out of his mouth.
It's like a 2-minute drill.
Like he was just, so,
They're doing like a 2-minute drill.
Sources say. All right. Here we go. First completion in the books.
Pump fake. I'll tell you what, that catch right there, you see a lot from Travis Hunter. Balls that are outside his frame behind him that he makes look easy. That touchdown against North Dakota State was stupid.
I still don't know how he caught it.
Unbelievable.
It's like his hands
There's a good
through
throw.
the defender.
That's a nice throw.
Yeah, 3 for 3 here on the 2-minute.
And this is why, obviously, they cut the music so they could communicate the calls.
I love it. I like this.
26 seconds left here, guys. 26 seconds here, right? So they're looking at the clock.
Got to pick up some yards.
Ball's inbound, first down. All right. Spot it. Ball's ticking. 20 seconds. 19, 18. All right. He's taking a shot to the end zone right here. They're clearing the end zone of media people right now.
Get out of the end zone, Baldy.
We run out of time.
They kill it.
All right.
Running out of time.
6 seconds left here.
Control.
You're going to go out there and kick this thing, Baldy? How much are we down?
Baldy, we kicking it?
I think that's it. I think that.
We got there. We're going to get
looks like that might be it. Right
Wait, huh?
Somewhere our buddy Mike Mayock is talking about.
I thought they was doing one more play to go.
Boulder being very similar to a Big 12 defense.
Okay, I guess.
Oh. No big outside of the pocket, razzle dazzle.
Is there any other team that's doing a pro day?
Got another one in the bag.
Is there any other team that's doing a pro day?
So for all the pizzazz, all the flash and dash, we got a very blue collar.
Well, anyways, W Colorado's Pro Day. W Colorado's Pro Day. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.